Welcome to another video on the Promotion Wars channel. I'm Adam Jennings and today I'm going to show you the latest features of Promotion Wars 2025 in action, as well as telling you about the plan for the next few months. Now, if you've ever seen the infamous photo of Dave Meltzer's messy office, you've got an idea of what the Promotion Wars office is turning into. In the last month or so, I've gone through 40 A4 pages of notes, making sure everything on them is actioned and in the game. I then throw them on the floor, just in case. With that being said, let's get things started with the home screen of Promotion Wars 2025. This has had quite a lot of work done on it. The main change is to this area down here, where we've now got 4 of the next shows in a row, all with their logos. And I took on board the comments from a screenshot I posted of this. Initially I had the events going kind of backwards, which at the time to me made some kind of sense, leading towards the go to show button. But I took on board that it wasn't intuitive for most people. So now the events go in date order. And as you can see, this is how it was this Wednesday, this week. So remains up to date, with SmackDown being on Friday night as the next show. So if we jump forward some days, we got Paul Heyman's birthday. Happy birthday, Paul. Now we're on Thursday. Got an email. See, the emails are up here now instead of down here. The icon lights up when there's an email. Oh, TNA has signed Shelton Benjamin. Interesting. So now we're on Friday. You can see it says next show SmackDown, and the go to show button is lit up. Can't go any further to the days, got to go to show. Another thing to mention here is that rather than an exit button here, we've got end this game. So that would take you back to the title screen. It wouldn't throw you completely out. That's new in Promotion Wars 2025. Now, just quickly sidetrack to show you what I posted on the socials a while ago about how the mass releases work. So it'll be set up by the datapack author in the promotion file if a promotion has mass releases and what month of the year it does them. Then during that month, at a random point, the game will do the mass releases. They'll choose likely people that would get released, and they'll all be given a no compete clause if one has been set up in the file. It could be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. During the no compete clause, of course, you can't sign them, but you get told when that clause ends, and then it's everyone for themselves jumping to try and sign these newly released stars. And as part of the whole mass releases feature, wrestlers can now automatically change to the alter ego that you would expect them to change to if they left, say, the WWE to go to the Indies, or if they went from the Indies to WWE, they would change their name accordingly automatically. And back to the home screen, where I can show you the brand new redesigned calendar. You can access this either by clicking the new button here, Add Show, or the old way, under the Shows menu, Calendar. Both ways work the same. You can now see this month, next month, and the month after that, and you can add events for any of those dates. If you click on a show, you'll see the details of that show. You'll notice here, no outside bookings. If there were any outside bookings, but that's indie bookings or someone from NXT you've asked to be there, They'll be listed down here. Here you can see one-off name, one-off logo, one-off brand. This lets you change these things just for the 1 week of the show. AEW do this a lot. Things like Winter is Coming and Beach Brawl or whatever they call it. Never takes place on the beach anyway. But say you want to change this Monday's Raw. WrestlePalooza's coming up that week, an old ECW show. So maybe for some reason we call it ECW Raw, just that day. And of course you can just change the logo as well, just for that 1 week. Just choose a random one. So there we go. You can also change the brand just for that show. Maybe you want it to be an all brand show for 1 week, or maybe you just feel crazy and want a Raw to be a SmackDown brand. And you'll see the following Raw goes back to normal. Now if you wanted to book a house show, it's now called Live Events. Just click on an empty space. First thing you do is give it a name. Yes, you can now name your house shows. This will be good for the new indies to make things a bit more interesting. So it's not just house show all the time. So call it whatever you want. And you can give it a logo as well. That's a brand new thing. Couldn't do that before. Choose what brand the show before. And you can even give it some promotion. So it's kind of like a mini big show. So smaller indies can kind of have their shows every month or every 6 weeks, and they can give it a bit of a boost with some promotion. And there we go. So that's the new calendar system, and you can see it's now updated our shows here to have our one-off Raw, ECW Raw. Now the TV shows screen in Promotionals 2025 has been changed a bit to include quarterly shows. Oh, and also C shows. C shows will make more sense when you see the booking screens later on. But for now, I'll just show you the quarterly shows. So WWE has the Saturday night's main event. It tells you how many of the quarterly shows you've used that year. So at the moment you can have 4 per year. You can change the name and the logo and the brand and the announce theme just like you can with all the other shows, A's and B's. The new thing here is when the next show is. So at the moment there's none scheduled. If you edit that, say when's the next episode. So what you can do here is just, you can set a date here and it will happen on that day. Like the next one I think is on the 1st of November. Confirm that, that's fine, that's when it will happen. But what you can do also is make it automate. So it'll still do the 1st of November for the next show, but what it'll do then, 3 months after November, on the 2nd Saturday of the month, whatever month that is, it will automatically book that in again. Now you see the 1st of November, we've got a Saturday night's main event. And for the final thing I'm going to show you is the special events screen. What's that? You know it as the big shows screen. So I've taken the big shows screen, I've completely deleted everything, started from scratch. They'll now be known as special events, or PPVs, or PLEs, and that will depend on the promotion. You can set that. For example, AEW would have PPV, WWE would have PLE. So click on PLEs under shows, and we get this nice shot of the whole calendar for the whole year. And in fact, next year as well. A dash means the event has happened this year. Otherwise, it's got a date of when the show is going to be. If you look at next year, this means it's not got a date yet, but that's its usual month. You can put it in any month you want, but that's just a guide. But WrestleMania has got a date. It's the actual dates, and it's 2 nights. So this is something you could never do on Promotion Wars before. You have to just keep manually booking one event at a time. But this one, if you want to, you can book the whole 2 years all in one go. And any of these can be clicked on to see some information about them. Go to WrestleMania, click there to change the logo. Base name, so this is kind of the one bit that's always the same and you can't change it, but you can build a lot around it. Promo name is how the wrestlers will refer to this event when they're talking in promos. For example, you may set the base name as WWE WrestleMania, right? But when they're talking on TV, they're not going to say, I challenge you to a match at WWE WrestleMania. It just doesn't happen, does it? They call it WrestleMania. So that allows for that differentiation. And you go further into the naming in this menu here. So after the base name, you can show either the full year, the shortened year, the event number as a standard number, or the event number as Roman numerals. So this is currently set up to show the standard, which is what they're doing these days with 42, 43. But you can, if you want to, make it a Roman numeral. You can change the promo name, and then you can have some extra text if you want to. So this can be like a tagline or something, and you can choose where that text goes, either before the base name. For example, if you edited Backlash for those couple of years that were weird, you could add extra text before the name and put WrestleMania Backlash. I'm glad they got rid of that. Or you can put it after the base name. An example of that you'll see with Clash in Paris, which is the same kind of thing as Clash at the Castle. So the base name is just Clash, and then you just add the extra text either at the Castle or in Paris. You can have it after the base name and a colon. For example, Survivor Series colon War Games. Or you can put it after the year and a colon. So you can say like Backlash 2025 colon and then something cool, which I can't think of on the spot. Don't put me under pressure. And if you tick there, then it'll use the extra text only for the next event. Once you've had that event, it will clear it. Everything else it remembers, and it will keep automatically updating. So when we've had WrestleMania 42, it'll automatically update to WrestleMania 43 and 44 and 45 So once you set up for it to do what it does, then it just carries on doing it. You don't have to keep doing it every time. The same can apply to the dates. And like we saw with the Saturday night's main event, you can also add automation. So in this case, you can say you want the last Sunday of March, or you can choose a fixed date. So you want it on the 1st of March every year. That's the kind of thing you'll see with Wrestle Kingdom. It always happens on the same day. And anything you choose in this box will override the automation for the next event. So if you want to, you can just set this to no set date, and the automation will create it itself. Or we've got the date set for this one, and then the automation will take over after that if we set it. You can also choose whether it's a certain brand or a certain gender, and you can choose when the promotion starts for it, and that will then happen every year. So you can also make the event inactive. So you may not want it in this year's calendar, but you may want it later on, and you don't have to set it all up again. So you can just put it to sleep for as long as you want, and then bring it back at any point. But if you do want to get rid of it completely, you can click on delete event. So Evolution, you can see, is a female only event, and this is pretty accurate. Promotion started 5 days before it. Yeah, they didn't really put much thought into that, did they? Survivor Series, you'll see it has the extra text War Games after the base name, and Clash has extra text in Paris after the base name. And I should have mentioned this, you can add a description to the event if you want. Now, this is up to you really how you use this. Data pack authors may want to put it in their data pack just to explain. Maybe for something like Elimination Chamber, you could put something in the description to say there's always an Elimination Chamber match. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but you can do that. Or when you're playing the game, you could use that text to just put your notes in for what you want to do at that event. You're the only one that's going to see it, so put whatever you want there. So here you can add an event, and what it will do is ask you if you want to add a brand new one, or you can reactivate an inactive event. So within your data pack, you can already have a load of old pay-per-views set up if you wanted to. If the data pack author is a cool guy, maybe he's done that for you. And this is what it would show as an example. So here's Armageddon, not seen since 2008. Click confirm, it'll pop it into your schedule. In fact, let's do that now. So you can choose whether you want it to go into this year's schedule, or maybe you want to start it next year. We're going to start it this year. Jump to the next page, there we go. It's added for December as a TBC, but we can put it as any date between now and then. And the same for next year. And there's no limit to how many events you can set up here. Have one every single week if you want to. Now, show next event, that is how you used to see the big show screen the first time you go into it on the current Promotion Wars. And that's mostly the same as you'll see here. Can't really tell much difference there. One difference is though that, again, the data pack authors can set up in the data pack if they want to, as well as having this little logo. If in the data pack there is a file, an image file in this format, so So the promotion name, then poster, and then the base name of the event. The game will look for that. And use it. So as you can see now, we go to show next event, it's using that poster. So that's something pretty cool, that if you start in a game with a promotion like WWE, they've got this WrestlePalooza coming up, say the event's in a few days time, you could have this showing the main event as Cena and Brock facing off in the picture. Pretty cool. It's completely optional. If you don't have that there, it'll just show you what I showed you before. And announce teams. You already know you can set up announce teams for your A show and B show, and now quarterly specials as well. You can also do PLE announce teams, and you can set them for different brands as well. So that works exactly the same as it does in the other games. Let's make an amazing announce team here. Why not? Bianca Belair and Kairi Sane will announce our PLEs. Excellent. So there you go. That is pretty much everything on the new special event screen. Loads of new stuff to do on it. Looks really cool. I'm very pleased with it. That's got you up to speed with the latest features. Now, what about all the features before that? You've probably forgotten some of them because it's been a while now. So if you go to PW2025.com, just underneath the video on the first page, there's now a link. It's PW2025. Click that. It takes you to a brand new page confirming all the features that come in release 1. So, what's next? This weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be spending on the editor, getting all these new features implemented within the editor. Then from Monday to the end of September, I'm going to be tying up all loose ends that do not relate to the booking system. That will include things like updating the wrestler profile screen to show the new stats. So if all goes to plan, by the end of September, everything in the game, except for when you go to the booking screen and then you finish the show and you come back to the main menu, will be done. I'm then allowing all of October and all of November to work on the new booking system and the results and everything that follows that. So everything between going to the booking screen and coming back to the home screen, October, November, dedicated to that and nothing else. So if all goes to plan, might not, but I'm going to try my best. If all goes to plan, then as we start December, the game should be complete, and then I'll be looking to do some testing time. I want to give that at least 2 weeks of solid testing from a few different people, and then hopefully what I really want to do is get the game out, release 1 in December. Things could go wrong, but that is my plan, and I'm going to do my damn best to make it happen. I've put in hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game, just into this new version so far. I'm really happy with how it's looking, how it's taken shape, and what release 1 is going to look like. So now it's just getting it done through this final few stages and get it out to you as soon as possible. It's going to be the biggest step up that this promotional series has ever taken in 25 years. And speaking of 25 years, on the 7th of October this year, it will be 25 years exactly since Promotion Wars was first released. Yes, the 25th anniversary. 4 years since I brought the game back on a full-time basis after a 16-year hiatus. So it's looking better than ever. Thank you all for watching this video. It's been quite a long one. I wanted to get you all up to speed. I know it's been a quiet few months, but everything's looking great and you know the plan now, you know where we're heading. Wish me luck. Gonna do it. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, thanks for playing the game. We're gonna have a great end to the year. Fingers crossed.